Good morning and welcome to Hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one,
a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the number one most watched morning show in the world.
It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Dude, I hope you're ready, man, because I'm going to deliver some straight fire today. I sure hope you're ready. We got some straight fire today. Dude, today is December 27th. It's already Thursday. Can you believe that? This week is almost over already. It is Thursday, December 27th, 2018. And guess what? It is the first and last time it'll ever be. Thursday, December 27th, 2018. So you and I, we need to make the absolute most of this incredible day. You feel me? We need to make the absolute most of this incredible day. And I have to tell you, man, I got to tell you guys something today. I was like, man, what are we going to talk about today? And I thought about it. I have to tell you, dude, I am afraid of a lot of things. Listen, like, everybody wants to be so tough, man, right? Everybody wants to be so tough. Like, I'm not afraid of nothing. Nothing scares me. I'm Superman, whatever. I don't care. I'm not scared. And I'm here to tell you, I'm not that guy. I'm just not that guy, man. I am afraid of a lot of things. I'm afraid of so many things. Like, I'm definitely afraid. I'm afraid to fail, right? I don't want to be a failure, man. I'm afraid of failure my whole life. That's always been something I'm afraid of. Like, everything that I go into, I'm always afraid to fail, right? And I'm afraid to not live up to my potential. That's one of my fears. I think about it all the time. I think, man, like, I've got these gifts. I've got these talents. I've been blessed with these opportunities, right? I've struggled through this. I've struggled through that, and I made it out the other side. But am I gonna fully live up to my potential? My friend Ed Milet. I was listening to Ed Milet, and he was talking about on that last day. He was talking about on that very last day when you're up there at the pearly gate and you're standing next to your maker. And he was talking about in his mind, he just imagines that when he walks up, there's gonna be the best version of you is gonna be standing right next to your maker. And as you walk up, you're gonna get to meet the person that you had the potential to become. And Ed Milet's greatest fear is that he's not gonna recognize that guy. And I can understand that fear. Like, I can completely understand that fear. Like, I'm afraid. Sometimes I'm afraid that you guys aren't going to like my show. I'll admit it. Sometimes I'm afraid. I'm like, man, I wonder if they're going to like that episode. I wonder if Josh O is going to be okay with that. I wonder if Gail B. Craft and got any value out of today's episode. I wonder if Aaron Hunt got any value. I wonder if Don Sankey's out there smiling today. Those things, those fears come into my mind. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I was afraid to pick up my man Austin. I was afraid to pick up my man Austin. I hope he's in here today. I hope he's in here this morning. I don't know if he is or not. I can't really tell. But I'll tell you, I was afraid to pick this dude up, man. I was afraid to pick up my man Austin Smith. I was scared because, I didn't know who he was. I had my son in the car. There was fear that kicked in. I still have fears with Austin. I'm still afraid that what if? What if our entire group, our community, what if we rally around, my man Austin? What if we rally around Austin and it turns out it doesn't work out? What if? That fear still pops into my head. I just saw his name in here, though, because he's rising and grinding, which I love. I have these fears, man. Sometimes I'm afraid to say the word Jesus too loud. I don't know if you guys ever noticed that. Go back and watch a bunch of my episodes. You'll hear me talk about God. I got no problem talking about God. I got no problem talking about my spirituality. I have no problem with any of that. But sometimes if you go back and listen and go back and watch a lot of my episodes, sometimes I like hesitate right before the word Jesus. Out of fear that I'm going to offend somebody here on the show and they're not going to want to watch anymore, or that I'm going to make somebody feel like they don't belong here, because everybody does belong here, no matter what you believe. And so I have these fears that kick in, right? I'm just being honest with you guys. I'm afraid of a lot of things. I'm afraid that I jeopardized my family's stability and well-being by leaving Dan Cummins. That's a fear of mine. Of course that's a fear of mine, man. I had it made. I was the GM of the second largest dealership in the country. I had it made. I didn't have to worry about my job every day. I didn't have to worry about the income rolling in every day. I didn't have to worry about any of that stuff. I didn't have to worry about it. I was good. I had solidified my position with that company. I was good. I could have rode that out until the day that I was ready to retire, or until the day that I died. I could have rode that out. And so I still had that fear that kicks in, like, hey, man, did I jeopardize my family's well-being? Did I jeopardize my legacy? Did I jeopardize, the family name? Did I jeopardize the house that we live in? Did I jeopardize the lifestyle that we live? Did I jeopardize those things by leaving Dan Cummins? Of course I had that fear. I have so many fears. But here's something that I know, and this is why I'm sharing this with you guys this morning. Here's something that I know. I have learned how to turn my fears into fuel. I have learned how to turn my fears into fuel. And that's what I want to share with you guys today, is how we turn our fears into fuel. Because I'm not going to sit here and tell you not to be afraid. Anybody that's telling you not to be afraid is telling you not to be human. Fear is part of our human nature. And so I'm going to share with you today how to turn fear into fuel. But before we do that, you know what we got to do? What we listen to? Okay. All right. I can dig that. It's kind of a little beachy almost, right? Let's go. Hey, this is the part of the show where I need you to hit that share button. That's right. I need you to hit that share button, because I believe if we can change the way people start their day, we can make a massive impact on this planet. I'm serious, man. We can make a massive impact on this planet if we can just change the way people start their day. And sometimes all it takes to change the way they start their day is for you to hit that share button. That's right. There we go. Now we're picking up. I like that. This is also the part of the show where I need you to say good morning to me, and I'm going to say good morning to you. I don't care whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay. Say what's up. I'll pop back in there and say what's up to you. What's up? Who's all in here today? Austin Smith. What's up, Austin? Good morning, bro. Janelle Griego. How you doing, girl? Joshua Stifler's up in the house. My man, John Allen. John Allen's up in here. Of course, John Allen, him and his beautiful family. They all got their hashtag Rise and Grind planners for Christmas. That was beautiful. What's up, Sheila? Sheila bought a couple planners for her family as well. My man, Josh Let's try a little baritone today. Good morning, Dustin Moreland and CJ Craig Miles. What's up, Tim Duff? Amy Box up in here. Jay Heideman's up in here. Tom DeLolio, what's up, bro? Joshua Wilson. My man, Sterling Leach. I was talking to my man Sterling Leach last night. I believe my man Sterling Leach is going to go be taking Austin to dinner this Friday, because that's what the Rise and Grind community does. Dina Kelly's up in here. All kinds of people up in here. I'm loving it. You guys are amazing. It's credible. This is awesome. Melvin Rodriguez, Neil Amare, AJ Schultz. Man, I stinking love it. Listen, how to turn fear into fuel.
Some of your fears come out of something someone said about you. Some of your best motivation came wrapped in sandpaper. Some of your best motivation didn't come wrapped in love and came with warm cookies and milk. It came wrapped in sandpaper. It came wrapped in thorns. It came wrapped in that divorce. It came wrapped in the loss of a loved one. It came wrapped in something that didn't work. Some of your best motivation that you needed, some of the best lessons that you need to learn came wrapped in sandpaper. Your job is to take the information, to take the lesson, and to take the opportunity and use it to fuel you, not make you afraid. Hold fear. Don't wait for the fear to leave you. Hold fear in one hand and passion in the other, and leap. Leap. Because only one of three things are gonna happen. One, you're gonna fly. Two, you're gonna fall and hit something soft. Or three, you'll fall and hit something hard and need a Band-Aid. Either way, you've been built to last. Either way, you'll get up and do it again. Either way, you'll play full out. Either way, you'll show up. Either way, we'll get the best version of you. Either way, it's your time right now. You assume you have forever. I'm saying you need now. I'm saying be radical enough. Be outrageous enough. Be unapologetic enough to hold fear in one hand and passion in the other and leap anyway. There's not one thing you can go through, not one thing you can come through, not one thing you can be on your way to that doesn't make you perfect for us. To do that thing that you've been designed to do, to say that thing you've been designed to say, to bring that experience that you've been called to bring. Are you willing to go to the edge and hold fear in one hand and passion in the other and leap?
Mike Brockway, take a note. If you're afraid of it, it's a part of your story. If you're afraid of it, it's a part of your story. Listen, my good friend in that video there, Lisa, she said, three things are going to happen. Three things are going to happen. When you leap, you're either going to fly, you're going to fall and hit something soft, or you're going to fall and hit something hard, and you're going to need a Band-Aid. And it's so true. Think about everything in your life. Think about every experience. Think about everything that you've attacked, everything that you've faced. Think about it all. Think about it all. You see, every time I've been scared, I can remember. I can remember every time that I've been scared. Seriously, like I remember being scared of my dad. You know, I remember, I completely remember being scared of my dad. He was aggressive, to say the least. He was aggressive, and I can remember the fears, and I can remember the times that he would beat us with his belt and all the different things that he would do. I remember those times. I remember the fear. I remember the fear when my parents got divorced. I remember the fear that set in on me, when they were getting divorced, and my dad was on the other side of the door banging to get in, and my mom, my incredible angel of a mom, was protecting us from his father. I remember that. I remember the fear when I lost my daughter, Kira, when I lost custody of her at 6 years old. I remember that. I remember being scared. I remember when I was homeless, when I was on the streets in San Diego. I just remember being scared, man. I remember the fear each night as I'd go to rest, not knowing what the next day was going to look like, and if it was going to be exactly the same, not even knowing if I was going to make it through the night at times, you know? It was just scary. I remember moving to Kentucky and not knowing a single person. Well, I shouldn't say I knew Aaron Jones. Knowing one person. I remember moving to Kentucky knowing one person. I remember the fear that kicked in as I was standing there at the airport. Aaron Jones was supposed to come pick me up, and he wasn't answering his phone. And I just remember thinking, what the heck did I do? I'm in the middle of Kentucky. I don't know anybody. I remember that fear. I remember the fear of getting back into the auto industry. I didn't want to get back in the auto industry. I blamed the auto industry for so many things in my life. And I remember just being afraid, like, oh my gosh, if I get back into the auto industry, I'm going to get back into this thing, and I'm going to go back into this vicious cycle, and I'm going to have all these hours, and I'm going to lose this good woman, and I'm going to not raise my kids right, and so on and so forth, all those fears. I remember my fear of starting hashtag Rise and Grind that first day, coming here in the closet, popping on, and all the fears kicking in. Like, man, is it going to be like? Is anybody going to watch? Is it going to be valuable? Is it worth it? You know, am I going to look stupid? So on and so forth. I remember all of those fears. I remember all those. I remember the fear, obviously, more recently in leaving Dan Cummins just 2.5 months ago. The fear that kicked in, like, man, I talked about earlier, am I going to be able to provide for my family? Is this a terrible decision? Am I ruin my legacy? I remember all of these fears. And of course, I remember my fear of picking up Mr. Austin Smith. I remember my fear from just a couple days ago of picking him up. But every single step of the way where I was scared, I realized that those steps made me stronger. They made me a stronger person. And see, what I'm here to tell you today is fear is not designed to stop you. Fear is designed to propel you. You see, fear as a human thing, here's what happens in the human body. When we go into a state where we are afraid, our body kicks in and we've got the adrenaline and so on and so forth. There's a chemical reaction that happens in the body, and we have to now choose to fight or flight. We can either run from the situation or we can run towards the situation. But those two things are both action words. Fight or flight. Fear is not designed to stop you. Fear is not designed to petrify you. Fear is not designed to keep you from moving forward. It's not what it's designed for. It's designed to propel you. It is fuel, my friends. It is fuel. I know how to turn my fears into fuel. Look at all of those things that I was afraid of, that I was able to step into because I had a choice, run from the situation or run towards it. But see, I understand, and I want you to understand that those fears, those things that you're really afraid of, the big, massive things that you're scared of, those are the most important parts of your story. Those are the things that I share with you guys today. I talk about those experiences with my dad. I talk about those experiences being homeless in the street. The fact that I can remember those fears that I had being homeless in the street are the things that helped me to be able to step forward and embrace Austin and pick him up and throw him in the car and take him to the hotel and bring him to the house to meet my family and introduce him to you guys, my Rise and Grind family. Those fears, they're a huge part of your story. They're fuel, folks. They're fuel. Mike Brockway, second note I need you to pop in here real quick is, you should only fear things that impact others. You should only fear things that impact others. See, I fear not generating enough. I fear not reaching out to enough people, not helping enough people. I fear not living up to my potential. Those are the things that I fear. And see, these are healthy fears because they drive me every single day to hashtag Rise and Grind, right? Those are healthy fears. Those are healthy fears. See, I'm not afraid of looking stupid on camera. I'm not afraid of messing up and not saying the wrong word. I'm not afraid, we do a live show here. I'm not afraid that, it's not going to connect. I'm going to lose connection or I got a stupid, chalkboard behind me or whatever. I'm not afraid of those things. Those things don't matter. I'm not afraid of technology spying in on me. I know people are like, oh, you can't get a Google Home or you can't get this because people are going to watch and they're going to see what you do. I'm not afraid of any of that. I'm not afraid if there's cameras on me all the time. I'm not afraid of walking down the street and somebody seeing me because I know who I am and I know what they're going to see is truth and authenticity. I'm not afraid of most earthly things. Most earthly things don't scare me anymore. They used to. But I'm no longer afraid of the petty little things that don't matter. The only things that I fear are the things that are going to affect my eternity. The things that are going to affect my legacy. The things that are going to affect how my life impacts others. Those are the only things that I am afraid of nowadays. So my question to you this morning, these fears, these things that you're worried about, these things that you think about, these things that you get anxious about, these things that keep you tossing and turning, that keep you from sleeping well at night, what are they? Are they a part of your story that is supposed to propel you forward? Are they a part of your story that is supposed to be your fuel? Are they a part of your story that's supposed to put you in the mode where you can barrel down, bend over, and run through brick walls? Is that what they are? Because right now, I know a lot of us are allowing these fears to hold us in. We're allowing these fears to keep us from moving forward. And I'm here today to tell you to understand. Listen to me. It's a part of your story. If it's that big, if you're that afraid of it, if it's that scary, then it's such a tremendous part of your story. And it's time for you to get away from being petrified. And you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. Today's the day. Your eternity depends on it. Whew. My wife bought me a heater. My wife bought me a heater for this room right here so that I don't have to freeze anymore up in here in hashtag Rise and Grind. And I can feel it, boy. I'm telling you. Either I'm spitting fire or I'm just straight burning up from the toes up. I love it. But I'm telling you, folks. I'm telling you. Listen, you need to know and understand something. You're either going to fly when you go after these fears, when you instead of just standing still and petrified and allow them to petrify you, when you start to take action, when you start to chase down those fears, knowing that they're a massive part of your story, when you start to only fear things that impact others, right? Only start to fear the big things, and you start to chase those things down that are going to affect your eternity, you're either going to fly, you're going to fall and land on something soft, or you're going to fall and you're going to hit something hard and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt. But guess what? You're designed to get back up and keep pushing through. Because see, you have to understand something. You are a child of God, the God of the universe, the God that made and created everything. You are his child, uniquely made to be the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And that just takes one decision after another. One good decision after another. Another good decision, another good decision, another good decision. Face those fears. Face those things, those decisions that you're going to make that are going to impact others. Those are the things I need you to care about. Face those fears that are a part of your story. Let's start to attack them head on. Let's use all of that as fuel today as we go out and we start to make an impact on our friends and our family members and our coworkers. Because see, you have to understand something. Your life has value. Your life has meaning. It matters. The things that you do, they matter. They truly, truly do. They matter. And so I want you to know that you are a loved human being. You are loved. If nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I absolutely stinking love you. You understand me? I do. I love you. So continue to get out there and impact the planet. It's so incredibly important. Listen, we got Inky Johnson on this show tomorrow morning. Inky Johnson, if you haven't seen him, Google him today, right now. Inky Johnson, he is the man. He's going to be on our show tomorrow morning. Also, if you need more videos just like this, you can go to GlennLundy.com. You can get them there. If you want some Rise and Grind gear, go to GlennLundy.com. You'll find it there. And the Rise and Grind planners. If you haven't got yours yet, you can hop out, get it. We got plenty of time. Go get yourself a Rise and Grind planner. You get that through Amazon. I think you can get it in 2 days. You'll still have it in time for the first. Most importantly, will you guys do me a favor? Will you please come back here again? Well, do me two favors. Make sure you hit that share button if I haven't told you already. Hit the share button. Hit that share button, and then come back here again tomorrow morning, please, 5:30 a.m. on hashtag Rise and Grind. We're going to do it all over again. Have an incredible day today. Have a phenomenal, over-the-top, absolutely fantastic day today. I know I'm going to. I got updates for you guys on Austin. I'll update you throughout the day. We've got some powerful fire. We got some great stuff going on today. So have an incredible day today. I'll keep you guys updated. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. on hashtag Rise and Grind.